Hi, I am Michelle Jane Dunyo and I am going to discuss the chapter 5 entitled Search for Business Opportunity, Ideation, Innovation, and Creativity. So this chapter explains how entrepreneurs discover business opportunities and how their ideas are being developed, evaluated, and transformed into successful ventures. And for you to know, every businesses begin with a simple idea, and this idea will only be valuable if it when it combined with innovation and creativity. When we say creativity, it allows us to think something new, and innovation will bring that idea into form, and then being offered into the market. And reminder that smart entrepreneurs will not only rely on luck or fortunes, but they carefully study the opportunity, evaluate the resources, and of course, carefully plan the business. So understanding this process will help future entrepreneurs, especially us, to make good decisions. And choosing a business is not just a guesswork process, but it is a systematic and analytical process. Entrepreneurs usually starts with making a long list of possible ideas, and then they narrow them down after evaluating the resources such as skills, the manpower, the capital, the suppliers, and then the technology. These are the factors to be considered in searching job opportunity. We have markets, individual interest, capital, skills, suppliers, manpower, and technology. So first, we have markets. So what do we mean by markets? So markets refers to the number of customers, or refers to the amount of customers, how many are your customers, how often they could buy, and what are your competitors. Because all businesses must need enough customers to sustain your business operations in order for your business to survive. So for example, you are selling a school supplies and you are building the shop, or you are building the store near at the school. So this means that this business will guarantee a strong market, because you can estimate your customer, you can see or you can imagine your customer near the schools, the students who are going to buy your products. And the next one, we have the individual interest, meaning your business must match your skills. For example, you love cooking, you are good at cooking, and then you are going to build a business related to cooking. You are going to build food businesses. Okay, because if you love what you're doing, you will perform well, and um and it is it has a big chance to it has a big chance for your business to survive, because because you love what you're doing. So no matter what happens, no matter what circumstances will come along the way, running your business, you will always find ways to, in order for your business to rise again, to survive, to sustain your business operations. Next one, we have the capital. So capital refers to the amount of money needed to start and run a business. So some business need a small amount of capital, and some business required a huge amount of investment. So capital is needed to start or run a business. And next one, we have skills. Skills is very important when you are going to run a business. Why? Because skills will help your business grow faster. For example, you are planning to run a business related to repairing appliances, or a repair shop. And of course, you as a business owner, you ensure yourself that you are skilled enough to run your business, you are knowledgeable enough to run your business, to grow your business faster. So you as a business owner, you must be the first one who is skilled enough to run the operation of your business. And next one, we have the suppliers. So suppliers are the producers, or these are the source of the raw materials your business needed. And then we have manpower. So these are the people that will help you run your business, that will help your business be in action, that will help your business grow faster. So, and then we have the technology. So this technology, this will help the innovation of products, the update of product, and then the yes, it will help a lot in your business. Let's proceed to the methods used by the successful entrepreneurs to find a business opportunity. So these methods are promises good business opportunities. So first we have looking at other successful businesses, and then respond to a problem area, and then home-based business options, and then linkages of resources. So first, look at other successful businesses. So entrepreneurs are wise, right? So they observe what worked for others. So what worked for others may work for them. So you can learn from the business model of other successful entrepreneurs. So you can improve yours, you can innovate yours based on their strategies. And the next one is respond to a problem area. So many businesses are being built to solve problem. For example, in your area or in your community, people are struggling with transportation. So what you are going to do? You are going to offer offer the delivery services. So that is a good idea for business. So you already have a plan, or you already have an idea what business you are going to run, right? What business you are going to start. And the next one, the third one is home-based business option. So even though you are just at home, you can start a business at a low cost, at a small capital, right? For example, baking, crafts, or online selling, right? So for you to know, many big companies are started as home-based ventures. So, what are you waiting for? Start your business even though you are just at home. And then the last one is linkages of resources. So this is the use of connections and networks to produce or create products. So some entrepreneurs are really really wise. So they are producing their products their on their own instead of buying them. So in this way, they can reduce cost, but then they will they can increase their income. So let's proceed to the market researching. So market research is the systematic study of what the consumers want, who the competitors are, and how a product should be introduced to the market. So here are the steps in market research. First, we have to define the problem. So we have to identify what needs to be studied, and then make a preliminary investigation. So we are going to gather initial information, conduct an investigation, and then third one, plan the research. So we are going to select methods and tools, and then gather the data. We're going to collect information through surveys, interviews, or observation, and then analyze the data. So we are going to analyze the results or interpret the results, and then reach a conclusion. So here we're going to decide na based on our findings, and after that we are going to implement and evaluate. So we are going to apply the decision and check if it works. So market research helps entrepreneurs reduce risks, understand customer needs, and choose strategies that work. And now let's proceed to the importance of location. So why does your good business must be placed in good location? So a good business location attracts customers and increases sales. So entrepreneurs must consider population, income levels, road access, competitors, government policies, and safety. So even the best products will fail if placed in the wrong location. And after that, we're going to have SWOT analysis. So what is SWOT analysis? SWOT analysis stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So for strengths, we are going to know, or we are going to analyze what the business does well. What are the benefits or the advantages of our businesses? And then the weaknesses, the areas of our business that needs improvements. And then the opportunities. Opportunities are the external factors that can benefit the business. And then threats. Threats, these are the vulnerability of our business. These are the external factors that pose risk. So SWOT helps entrepreneurs make strategic decisions and prepare for possible challenges. And now I want to discuss or help you understand the product life cycle, the life cycle of the product. So every product goes through 4 stages. And what are these stages? First, introduction, growth, maturity, and then the decline. So when we say introduction, so this is the introduction of the product. So this is the beginning, or the product is new, and awareness and acceptance are low. So businesses spend more on marketing to make people aware of the product. And then the growth. So the demand increases and the distribution expands because because your product is in growth cycle. Your product has growth already. The business experiences higher sales and more customers. So sa Bisaya pa ning boom imuhang business. So this is the growth of your business. And then it falls to maturity. So what is maturity? Sales are stable but competition becomes stronger. So you gain more competitors na. You have competitors of the product of your business na. And businesses often improve or update the product to remain competitive. So to remain competitive, or to remain rising, or to survive, your product must be up to date, or you must improve and innovate your product. And then it falls down to the decline. So sales fall, and then the product becomes less profitable na siya. And at this point, the business may discontinue the product or replace it with a new one. And then when it replaces it with a new one, it comes back to the first cycle, which is the introduction, and then vice versa. So the types of business based on category or sector. So what are the types of business based on category or sector? First, we have service-based business. Examples: salons, repair shops, consultancy, caregiving, engineering services. So service businesses offer skills and expertise rather than physical products. Then trading or product-based business. Examples: grocery store, bakery, hardware store. So these businesses buy and sell goods for a profit. And then manufacturing manufacturing business. So turning raw materials into finished products, because it is a manufacturing businesses, right? So examples include producing shirts, ceramics, or processed food, and of course producing mga cosmetics, ganon. And then we have licensed business opportunities, the franchising. So the entrepreneur buys right to operate a business brand. Examples include food carts, convenience store, and milk tea franchise. And then we have distributorship. So what is distributorship? An entrepreneur sells product on behalf of a manufacturer, but cannot use the brand name. So common in grocery products and hardware supplies. And then we have rack jobber. So what is rack jobber? So it is an agent places products on racks inside stores, usually seen in groceries where suppliers organize their products themselves. And then we have wholesalers. So what is wholesalers? So they sell products in bulk to retailers or other businesses. So wholesalers serves as middlemen between manufacturers and small stores. And then we have subcontracting. So a business makes product components for another companies. Examples: garment factories producing parts of clothing for big brands.
So, to succeed in entrepreneurship, you must explore opportunities, evaluate resources. Do not forget that one. Evaluate resources and then understand your market, of course, and analyze strengths and weaknesses. Choose the right business model. As much as possible, you must learn from other models, from other successful models from other successful entrepreneurs, and then innovate continually. So with creativity, innovation, and systematic planning, any idea can become a successful business. And that's all. Thank you for listening. That's all my part, and my group mates will continue.
Good day everyone, my name is Almaris Capuna and today I am going to talk about ideation. The beginning of a business endeavor is ideation. This should be the first investment of anyone who seeks to be an entrepreneur and to be called an entrepreneurial business opportunity. Such idea has to be new or if not should be innovative. The best source of ideas are the consumers or the market in general, since they are the ones who are in need for a certain product or service. For a creative person, ideas are in his mind. But for those deprived with creative thinking, they can get ideas through reading books and talking to someone with creative thinking. There are some specific sources like trade journals, trade associations, conventions, exhibits, trade shows and consumer shows, country government affairs, and others. Ideas that are worth a business should be the one that has a market now and in the future. This could be a product, a service system, and the like, which could fall any of the following categories. So the first category is need or want drives. Second is time-saving drives, money savings, unique or incorporating strong competitive advantages, and linked to personal interest, preferably passion. The more idea a person produces, the more original and the better quality ideas one will find among them. When you come across an idea, you should put it in writing. The most common way of developing ideas is as follows. The first one is recognizing the need. It means to develop an idea or a product that can satisfy a need and respond to the need by establishing a business concern. The second one is improving an existing product. The result of consumer dissatisfaction to the existing product could open the door to introduce innovations or improvements. The third one is recognize the trends. Entrepreneurs should be able to recognize the opportunity to develop a product and set trends that can make them leading entrepreneurs. Fifth one is to be aware of everything. There is no other way to know about what is happening around you but to research and read. Questions and assumptions. Anybody can question the relevance or quality of any product or service, provided that there is an effort to improve the product. The last one is naming it first, then develop it. You have the idea, study it, and develop it to something that is worth a business. Earlier, it is said that ideation is the beginning of a business. A wrong choice of idea could be the cause of business failure. So, ideas need to be evaluated if it can be profit potential. The following are some tips in evaluating ideas. The first one is do not let your idea follow money. Let money follow your ideas. If the idea is clear and viable, there should be clear options for the business out of the idea. Options. See yourself as a problem solver. Idea should be a solution to an existing problem of the consumer or the market in general. Use research as a weapon against failure. This is an important fact in decision-making process. Most business failed because of lack of information. So you should make a research first before you go into a business. Make sure idea has longevity. An idea that is worth pursuing into a business is one which has a long-term purpose and not only a fad. Next is take a risk on your ideas. Venture into a business by using your own ideas. Next one is test your ideas against the past, present, and the future. The market needs and demands will not be far from what is happening in the past, so it is better to get information about the past, present, and the future. The last one is to know the idiosyncrasies of your market. Know the needs of your market and all the factors that affects and buying process. Your idea will depend on this. And once you generate an idea, it has to be protected because it can make you a potential millionaire. Wow! Like in the case of Bill Gates, there are many ways of protecting your ideas from being stolen or claimed by others and losing the opportunity to be known as the creator and the originator of the ideas. Aside from this, no company will pay you a royalty if the idea presented is not legally protected. The following are the ways of protecting your ideas. The first one is confidentiality agreements. It specifically provides that a signer will not share the idea to anyone. This is a typical agreement or contract where one should ask the advice to a patents attorney or those with experience and expertise in the intellectual property rights. Next, patents. This gives the inventor exclusive legal rights to exclude anyone else from manufacturing, selling, importing, or using an invention during the life of the patent. The three general classifications are design, utility, and plant patents. The third one is the trademarks. This is a word, name, symbol, or device used by manufacturers or merchants to identify their goods and distinguish them from others sold in the market. This should be said in conjunction with a business or product. Otherwise, this will not be granted. The last one is copyrights, which we all are familiar. A copyright protects the creative works of composers, authors or writers, artists, and others. This is the easiest form of protection for intellectual property. So that's all, and thank you.
Good day everyone, I am Lizelle Abilia, and today I'm going to talk about entrepreneurial creativity. So entrepreneurial creativity means the ability to think of new ideas that can be useful in business. Creativity, innovation, and entrepreneurship are closely connected because creativity is where everything starts. It is the stage where new ideas are formed. Innovation happens when those creative ideas are developed, improved, and turned into something useful such as product, service, or solution. Entrepreneurs use both creativity and innovation to start and grow businesses. So, environmental stimulants to creativity. First, freedom. So, control over one's work ideas. So, example, an employee chooses their own marketing approach for a new product. And the second is good project management. So, manager is a role model. So, example, a manager guides the team clearly and shows how to handle customers professionally. And the third is sufficient resources. So, access to necessary resources. So, example, the company provides updated computers and softwares for product design. And the fourth is encouragement. So, management enthusiasm for new ideas. Example, the manager or boss gets excited when staff suggests a new service ideas. And the next is organizational characteristics. So, considering new ideas. So, example, the business has an idea box where employees submit their suggestions for improvement. And next is recognition. So, giving feedback or reward for creative work. For example, an employee receives a bonus for creating successful advertising concept. And the next is sufficient time. So, time to think creatively. So, example, the team is given a few days to brainstorm new product features. And the next is challenge. So, undergoing tasks that spark creativity. So example is the company assigns a difficult project, reduce cost without lowering quality. And the next is pressure, an internal sense of urgency. Example, a salesperson pushes themselves to extend their sales target. And the last one is outside organization. So, desire to accomplish something important. Example, a company develops eco-friendly packaging to help protect the environment. So, some workplace lack creativity. This happens when rewards are unfair. There is no freedom to work your own way, and the company shows no support for new ideas. So, creativity also suffers when managers give unclear directions, people refuse to change, or there are not enough tools and equipment. That's all. Thank you.
Good day, ma'am. I am Emmeline Payapa. My task for today is to discuss about the concept of innovation. Innovation is doing something different. It could be introducing ever something new or different. Innovativeness is a characteristic of an individual, team, or organization. This is also the capacity to create ideas, develop them to usable products and or services. So, innovation means finding new and better ways to do things. It is not just about inventing something completely new, but also improving what already exists to make life easier, faster, or more helpful. Uh, Um, a person, group, or organization that is innovative is open to change, creative, and willing to try new ideas. Innovativeness shows the ability to turn simple ideas into useful products or services that can solve real life problems and make everyday tasks more efficient. The impact of innovation. Efforts or innovation must have positive impact. It must have a positive implication that is supportive of organizational goals and objectives. So the innovative accomplishments exist if the following happens. 1. Affecting a new policy, creating change or orientation or direction. So in effecting a new policy, this means creating new rules or changing existing ones to guide the organization in a better direction and improve how things are done. Number 2, finding new opportunities. It developing an entirely new product or opening a new market. So, finding new opportunities, this involves discovering fresh ideas, such as launching a new product or reaching a new group of customers to expand growth. And number 3, designing a new structure, changing the formal structure, reorganizing, or introducing a new structure. So in number 3, designing a new structure, this means reorganizing rules or systems in the organization to make work more organized, efficient, and clear. So in number 4, devising a fresh, continued use. So in this, number 4, devising a fresh method. It means that you have to introduce a new way of working, like using better technology or improve procedures to make tasks easier and faster. So with the organization, the orientation towards innovation must come primarily from the higher level of management. So the elements of innovation orientation are as follows: A. Value placed on creativity and innovation in general. B. An orientation towards risk. And C. A sense of pride in the organization and its members and the enthusiasm about what they are capable of doing. And last but not least, an offensive strategy of taking the lead towards the future. So let's have to discuss each of this. So in where is that? So the most so in A we have to value place on creativity and innovation in general, and the second is we have an orientation toward risk, and we have a sense of pride in the organization and its members and enthusiasm, and also kuan kanang um about what they are capable of this. So the members should have an enthusiasm of what they are capable of doing something. So, and last but not least is an offensive strategy of taking the lead towards the future. So that's it. So the most critical aspect in making a decision to go into self-employment and entrepreneurship is the context of ideation, innovation, and creativity. The generation of idea and transforming it into a business venture can make or break a potential entrepreneur. So the success of the business could lead by personal prosperity of the owner and help in the economic condition of our country. The innovation is not only for a change, but also for the search and excellence, not only in producing a product, but also in the form of innovative systems and services. So the innovativeness and creativity of an individual could be the greatest assets any business could have. So this should be developed and prosperity taken care of. So it means that the prospective entrepreneur has a variety of options in deciding what kind of business he's going to put up. He can go on market scanning to see what is needed. So he should not limit himself in going into manufacturing of sari store or market. So both developing similar product or service should be examined. Buying a franchise, being a subcontractor, innovating an existing uh, product systems or services, sponsoring a startup business, or acquiring And ongoing business concerns are some of the businesses there which are very promising and could succeed eventually. So that's end my part now.